Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Continuing with the series of algae, bryophytes and lichens, today we are going to discuss about the diverse habitats of the algae or the classification of algae that is based on its habit and habitat. So, algae is present in almost all type of the habitats. It is probably the only group we can say whose more than 30,000 species can exist in diverse habitat in all parts of the world. It can occur in fresh water, saltish water, or we can say the sea water, on the snow, on the wet rocks, on the soil, on trees or on the walls. So we can say the simple thallus structure has probably been helpful in making them cosmopolitan. So this is the general account of the classification based on their habitat. So habitat, it is a place which provides the natural environment, is known as its habitat. Based on the habitat, algae is generally classified into three categories. That is, first is aquatic category, then terrestrial or aerial, and third is the unusual habitat. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the aquatic habitat, and in this the freshwater habitat. So in most of the groups of algae, majority of the forms are aquatic and they are inhabiting the fresh streams or the slow running waters. So a freshwater habitat, in this free floating of the on the surface of the water body, that is on the pools, on the ditches, on the tanks or the slow running rivers. Then second is they are completely submerged in water. Then third is they are attached to the bottom or along the edges of the water body. So these are the three types, main types then we can say. And again, on the basis of the types of the water bodies that they inhabit, first is the still water habitat. So some like volvox and chlamydomonas are we can say inhabiting the running waters. Then in case of streaming water bodies or habitats we can say, so some freshwater forms of algae are present in slow running water. So these are the slow running waters, and example is Eulothrix and Cladophora. Then the saline water habitat. So certain algae can successfully exist in the sea water, for example the members of Phaeophyce and in this Ectocarpus. Then Rhodophyce, example Polysiphonia, and these are known as halophytes because they inhabit the saline water. They are known as halophytes. Then in the hot water habitat we can say, so the temperature of some hot spring reaches up to 80 degrees Celsius. So at such high temperature, some members of Cyanophyce can live, for example we can say Formedium or the Scytonema. They can live up to 80 degrees Celsius temperature. Then the terrestrial or we can say the aerial habitat. So first is many forms of algae are present either on or below the wet soil surface, and they are known as the terrestrial algae. They can tolerate the dry conditions for the short or long durations. They are able to live in acidic or saline soils. They meet their carbon dioxide requirements from the atmosphere. So depending on the habitats, they are classified into further these categories. First is, that is the surface terrestrial habitats. So they are present on the surface of the soil and they are known as sapophytes, example Chlamydomonas and nostoc. Then some members of Chlorophyce and Xanthophyce are also present there, for example Weicheria and nostoc. Then subterranean habitat. So some algae go beneath the soil either with the flow of water or the holes made by the foot of the certain animals. So they are capable of surviving for long durations under the unfavorable conditions, that is without proper sunlight, etc. So these algae are known as cryophytes or we can say cryptophytes. They are known as cryptophytes. Example are nostoc, anabena and the chlorella. Then the aerial habitat. So these forms of algae can occur on the wet tree trunks, walls, rocks, etc. These are known as aerophytes, for example Cytonema and Crucoccus. Then the unusual habitat. So, certain algae live in such type of habitat where not all the members are able to survive or they are not present there. So, first is on ice. So, many forms of algae can flourish on the ice and they are known as cryophytes. Okay, their various colors impart red, green, yellow or brown color to the snow. For example, we can say Chlamydomonas nivalis gives red color to the snow. Then the nostoc gives greenish yellow. Echinonema gives brown color to the snow. And rocks. Second, that is they on rocks. So some algae are present on rocks. They are known as lithophytes. For example, diatoms and spirulina. Then on the animal bodies, that is first is epizoic. That is epizoic means they grow on the shell of the mollusk or the fins of the fishes. For example, cladophora grows successfully on snails. Then endozoic means these occur in the body, inside the body of the aquatic animals. For example, oscillatoria, okay, that occurs in the digestive tract of some vertebrates. Then parasitic. So some algae can harm the host and therefore they act as a parasite. For example, Polysiphonia fastigata. It is a semi-parasite, not a fully parasite but semi-parasite on Ascophyllum nodosum. Okay, red rust of tea is caused by Cephalurose virescens, damaging the tea foliage in the Assam. Then epiphytes. So some algae can easily grow on the surface of the plants. For example, Coleochaete, eulothrix, they attach to the we can say the surface of the aquatic plants and live successfully on them. Then symbiotic. So few algae live symbiotically in association with other plants. For example, algae in association with fungi, they form a group known as lichens. Then a nostoc is present in the thallus of a bryophyte, that is named as Anthoceros. And Anabena live in coralloid root of gymnospermous plant, that is the cycas. So this is a whole chart regarding the classification of algae on the basis of their habitat, and now the classification based on the habit. So on the basis of habit, we have first phytoplankton, that is they are free floating on the surface of the aquatic body, that is they are easily seen there. On the basis of that, two types of phytoplanktons are there. First is euphytoplankton, that is they are free floating from initial stages. From the early stage they have shown this property of floating, that is example diatoms. And Tychophytoplankton, that is in the initial stages are attached, they are attached to the soil surface but later they become free floating, example Spirogyra. Depending upon the size they are further classified, that is Tychophyton are further classified. First is microphytoplankton, name suggests as it is the small size, so they are very small and they cannot be seen with naked eyes. They grow very fast on the surface of the water, thereby covering it with their growth. This condition is known as water bloom. Then macrophytoplankton. So large forms of algae which swim freely on the surface of the water, they are known as macrophytoplankton. Then second is edapophytes. So these terrestrial algae can be present either on the surface of the soil or in subterranean conditions. Then, depending on their position, edapophytes are also of two types. First is sapophytes. So, they are present on the surface of the soil, generally on the banks of a pool, which are in drying process. For example, Wucheria. And cryptophytes. So, these are the subterranean algae which can go up to a depth of around 2 meter deep in the soil. Example, blue-green algae. Then benthophytes. So, present on the soil but at the bottom of any aquatic body, whether it is ocean or river, etc. Then saprophytes, so these are also subterranean algae, but due to the absence of solar radiation, they are unable to manufacture the food. Hence, they have to live on the carbonic remains of the dead animals and the plants. Example, Euglena. Euglena is basically a connecting link between the plants and the animals. Other than the parasites, so some algae can easily live upon other plants, causing damages to them, as we have studied earlier, Cephalurose. Then epiphytes, so they live on the surface of the other plants, example Coleochaete. Endophytes, they are present in the tissues of other plant, that is inside the plants, that is nostoc in Anthoceros. Then epizoic, so they live on the surface of certain aquatic animals. Example, Cladophora crispata is present on the shell of the snails. Then endozoic, some members live in body of other animals. For example, Anabaeniolum lives in the intestine of the man. Then symbiont, as we have discussed earlier, for example, lichens. Here algae provides the food and fungi provides the we can say protection to the algae, so they live together with each other by forming a symbiont group. Then lithophytes, so these algae are present either on or in the rocks. On the basis of that, they are classified under two categories. First is epilithophyte, that is these are present on the surface of the rocks, for example Vaucheria. And endolithophytes, that is some members of the blue-green algae penetrate the rocks and live in them, inside the rocks we can say. So yeah, this is all about the classification of algae based on their habit and habitat. Hope you will like my video, and if you will like my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel.